Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick 9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about Seinfeld. We're also going to be briefly mentioning an actor who was on a 1970s television show called Emergency. Now, I've covered both shows, especially Emergency, extensively, and getting more and more videos uploaded on Seinfeld. So make sure to check the respective playlist for each of the television shows, and I have over 1,800 videos that you can enjoy on classic TV shows and movies. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's a free way to help out my channel, and it really does help. And that is the only way that I can reach 170,000 subscribers, and we're so close to reaching it. So if you notice, my voice is a little off. I went to a kid's birthday party. We played all these fun games, arcade, go-karting and stuff, and I did a lot of screaming, so my voice is a little rough. But I want to talk about this episode of Seinfeld. It is way back there. Season 8, episode 13, or the 147th episode of Seinfeld. It is called The Comeback. Now in this one, George Costanza has a bit of trouble thinking of a way to get back to one of his coworkers who makes fun of him. Now Jerry, remember Seinfeld is a very popular episode where all the actors have kind of a different storyline and then somehow they always tie in together. So Jerry in this one, he buys a tennis racket believed to be used by a pro, and Elaine and Kramer discuss employee picks at the video store, and Kramer has a specific storyline about creating a living will after he watches a movie or a show, I think, where essentially the woman comes out of a coma, and so he's freaked out thinking, oh my gosh, what if I get into a coma and come out of a coma? I want to make sure I have a plan that they don't pull the plug on me. Of course, it's late 1990s comedy. Now, bit of facts here. Every time you hear a movie that comes out in Seinfeld, whether it's Channel, Sack Lunch, Prognosis Negative, Rochelle, there's many others as well, and they're really funny. But in this movie, in which apparently this woman wakes up from a coma, you can see that Kramer is looking at the movie. We don't see what the movie is, but we hear voices of the actors in the supposed movie. All these movies are fake. They're essentially just for Seinfeld in this fictional world. And so it's pretty funny to think of it like that. But if you listen to the male's voice who's talking here, supposedly the doctor, a bell rang in my head, and I thought, this voice is so familiar to me, I'll let you hear it.
Oh, exactly the same. Wait a minute. She's coming out of a coma.
To some of you, I know it may ring a bell, to others not. But if you are familiar with the TV show Emergency from the 1970s, you will 100% know who that actor is. He never appears facially with his face on camera, but that's actor Robert Fuller. Remember, he played one of the doctors, the main doctor in the television show Emergency. He played, of course, Dr. Kelly Brackett, but if you listen, his voice is just so specific. Of course, it's about 20 years after the 70s television show here in this Seinfeld episode, but you will notice that is distinctly his voice.
Mrs. Albright, can you hear me?
Now, after doing more research, I did find that the credits did support this, but I wanted to show it to you so you can see it here, and it's in many other sources too, so I was so happy I was able to kind of listen and compare that or prove it to the actual credits. Now, the actual episode doesn't list him, but everywhere else it does say it is him, even the popular credit listing sites, and so that is really cool that Jerry Seinfeld would put a famous doctor on Seinfeld that you can only hear. But if you really were sharp, you were able to pick up on who that man's voice is if you're a big fan of classic TV. And Jerry Seinfeld was a big supporter and a big fan of classic TV shows, movies, even the early guys like the Marx Brothers, Abbott and Costello, and so forth. So this is a really cool Easter egg, and I'm wondering how many people actually know about this, that yes, Robert Fuller, who played Dr. Kelly Brackett, is in an episode of Seinfeld auditorily. You can hear his voice, and I think it's so cool. It's one of those really secret Easter eggs that, I mean, a lot of Seinfeld fans who are big fans probably don't even know. And that's who this video is going out to. Huge Seinfeld fans who probably know every single thing, but then this is a little nugget that they probably never knew. So go ahead and pass this on, of course, to Emergency fans and as well to Seinfeld fans, because it's great to see actors who are popular, maybe got older, and then they get to see them play other parts as well, much like this. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for the support as always, and don't forget to always stay positive, and most importantly, be hopeful. A big thanks to all of my Patreon members, especially my Diamond and Platinum tier patrons: David D, Citizen Kane 359, Jerry D, Vito L, Sally N, Russ C, Kev, and Daniel B. If you want to be on this list or appear in the credits, make sure to look at the link in the description. Thanks.